Hey, what's up, YouTube? So I wanted to be a little more specific about the symptoms. So, for example, the symptoms hurt me in a work capacity because I used to have a phobia with making sure the stove was off. Like I would have to check each dial and make sure it was off. But like I said in the last video, sometimes the ritual like count that I had, like the limit that I had worked, and sometimes I ended up late for work, like really late. Sometimes I'd have trouble making sure the door was locked. Similar mechanism. Um, Now I used to be a paralegal, and I used to double check the nitty gritty details of very important contracts. And when the law I was working in, it was like my work wasn't getting double checked by anybody. It was going to the judge. It was going to the courts, getting filed in the courts. A lot of cases, a lot of in a way, I was doing the work of an attorney without being an attorney and taking on that stress. Maybe I shouldn't have been in that position, but that stress. At first, it wasn't so bad. At first, I actually excelled, like in the work, and then the stress, the OCD mechanism, kind of grew like into my work. Like for example, have you ever noticed that a 1 and a 7 look very similar? When your eyes are very tired and you've been double checking thousands of pages all day, like that 1 and that 7, and even a capital I, they start looking similar. And it's like, I would check, like, a problem started happening. I mean, whatever. The attorneys I was working for, whatever, they would come to me and be like, John, what gives, man? Like, this shouldn't be taking you that long. That should have only taken you maybe, whatever, half an hour or something, or an hour. And instead, like, simple assignments were starting to fucking take me, like, the whole work shift, and started getting a backlog of work. And you can only imagine what happened from there. And that's where, like, since then, it's pretty embarrassing. I have a UC Berkeley degree, and I don't know, I just do simple stuff, whatever. Since then, I gave up on the idea of becoming an attorney entirely. I couldn't imagine being a doctor. I mean, I could only imagine all the shit they have to check, like, make sure, like, things they have to make sure don't go wrong. You know, like, there's something about that. I don't know if there's some sort of, like, primitive primal genealogy in me that it's like but definitely I'm one of those dudes where it's like the simple life, and maybe just like music, something like that is just like better for me. It was a tough realization.